good morning. This is another video for the poll, the response to the voting on who should I choose, number 19. So we already know if you, oh, by the way, before I go on, I really want to thank you guys for participating in the polls. I'm going to do one more, number 20, and I was thinking of stopping there. If you guys enjoy the polls and the poll videos, please leave in a comment whether you want me to continue. But as of right now, I'm going to do one more, and it's going to feature my best ice heroes. And I was just planning to either put it on hiatus or just not do it anymore. So we're going to go with the two heroes that weren't voted for. And one of them is right here, and they're both from season 4. We have Professor Lindenbrock, cleric class, which is typical for most healers. This is what made her shine. At the start of battle, she receives 20% mana, which potentially changes her speed from slow to about average. And then this other passive, which is health boost on special skill. When this character casts her special skill, they boost the health of all their allies by 10%. And what's great about her is that she cleanses first, which I don't know. It doesn't seem like it makes a big of a difference, but it does. I can't remember the significance of cleansing first and cleansing last. Anyway, I have to go look and see the way they performed, and I can't remember the reason why. If you guys remember why, let me know what made the party cleanse so valuable. I can't think of it at the top of my head. We have boosted health of all allies, but oh, okay. Now I know why. Okay, so that just dawned on me. So let's say if you place and buff blocking on a hero, basically she will remove that. So let's say if we have a boosted healer, and since boosting is a buff, if they have that buff blocking on them, they'll try to heal and then they can't, and then they will remove it, which potentially means that it skips the heal. Okay, that's okay. Now I remember. Okay, good. So cleanses status elements from all allies. Boosts health of all allies by 130. Again, this will change once you level up the special skill. Boosted health can exceed max HP. All allies regenerate 320 boosted health over 4 turns. Boosted health can exceed max HP. Defect duration resets if the target receives status ailments. So if you try to poison her and everyone else or do whatever, she'll just keep healing and healing and healing and healing, which makes her a great tank in rush attack. Unfortunately, she didn't receive any votes, and I do like this hero. And the costume is basically the same hero, just a different class and different numbers with all the healing and all that other stuff. It's just a different figure, but essentially it's the same hero. I think Monk is a better class for a healer, though. Well, I guess it depends, because you can't affect for the cleric, you can't affect the mana. With Monk class, they'll resist ailments, which actually, come to think of it, it sort of goes against this hero. All right, so the next one is, I don't think I say this name correctly, is Passapartout. Correct me, please, in the comments. I don't mind criticism. In the beginning, I used to dread it, but now I don't mind. So we have fighter class, which is interesting. I love when they go outside of clerics for their healers. And basically, for me, the reason I like that is when you do the Master Emblem classes or the other class events, you have a selection of healers for the different classes instead of, playing cleric and it's virtually nothing but healers versus playing a rogue where you only have like one. So I do like that versatility. We looked over, I don't think I looked over this, and we already know the Underwild Gems, which is a really great addition that they did to this game, and it started in season 4. Increased buff duration in. Okay, so the duration of the first 3 buffs this character receives from special skills is increased by 1 turn. And that one's easy to forget. And I like that. And then Professor Lindenbrock has this one. The thing about this hero is I believe that his initial heal is very low. And with the regenerating HP, it's contingent on the amount of nature shields, which is very interesting to me. All allies get a plus 13% defense and a further 7% increase per each nature shield on the board for 4 turns, up to plus 69% defense, which is a very odd starting point. I think it goes a lot higher. I'm assuming it goes up to like 84% defense, but don't quote me on that. And I would think that since this is an ice hero, it would be ice shields. It's a very strange way to do that. I like this healer as well, but he didn't receive any votes. And then we have the costume bonus, which changes the all of those figures. So I'm assuming with it starting at 87% defense, it's probably going to go up to 100. He'll probably be one that I'll choose in the future, but not the near future. And then we have Clegg, and he received what, 22% of the votes. And I like him for healer and hero of the month. He's a sorcerer class, which is a very interesting class for healers. I don't think there are too many sorcerer healers. Of the 2025 Legend family bonus, which is active now, which gives a critical chance if you have anywhere between 1 to 3 heroes. Well, that's between 10% and 20% critical chance. Bonus for 2+ heroes. Now, with the 2025 Legends being active, if you have 2 or more heroes, it affects all allies. With the element link, it's all the same. Well, with this one, it's the same element. Well, duh, element link. So he's a healer at fast speed, which I love. Oh, and by the way, I like this passive. Resist special skill blocking. This character is immune to status ailments that prevent the use of special skills. So I think the popular one would be silence or mindless attack. And then he's immune to burn, which is interesting on ice heroes. We have Strength of the Accursed at fast speed, and I love fast speed healers. I think the very first one was, I feel like it was Grazul at very fast speed, but her heal was so low. All right, so recovers 13% health for all allies. I think it's a little bit higher than that. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's like 22% or something. Or maybe I don't think it's higher than 30 or even close to that. Recovers additional 5% health for each status ailment the ally has, up to 20% health in total. I'm pretty sure it's a lot more than that. I mean, you really don't want your healer to have ailments because it might potentially kill them or block them from healing. No, it won't, because this is a straight heal. Cleanses 3 status ailments for all allies, which actually works with the first bullet point, because if they have ailments, you'll just cleanse them. Element Link gives all ice allies a plus 16% defense against special skills for 4 turns, which I like that one. This effect can't be dispelled. This is a healer that I would choose, but unfortunately, he wasn't the first choice. And for our first choice is Astrid, which obviously is a great hero, better than the other revival heroes. Well, let me see. I looked it up already. It was Albert, which I don't know. It felt like the defense always had a greater chance of reviving a hero. And then Mother Earth, of course, is the most popular. I have her, but I don't really use her. And then there's Heimdall, which his probability of bringing someone was really, really poor. But he boosted health, which was nice. So we have Sorcerer class, another healer of this class. We have the Bard family, which Bard family grants a solo bonus for any hero who is the only member of their family on the team. Okay, which is a really nice one. And then we have two passives. Quick Tempo Ballad. All ballads cast by enemies only last for one turn. And then we have the other one, which is Quick Tempo Dance, like Guardian Gazelle. And I believe the Phantom of the Opera heroes are the ones that inflict the ballads. I think the ballads inflict and the dances affect, if that makes sense. So all dances cast by enemies only last for one turn. And the other one is all ballads cast by enemies only last for one turn. If I'm not mistaken, that's, yeah, the ballads you inflict on an enemy and dances aid your allies. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it is. So Phantom of the Opera and I think Christine Day are examples of heroes that use that ballad mechanic, and Guardian Gazelle obviously does the dance. So she brings it down to one turn, which is insane. We have Booming Man at average speed, recovers 15% health for all allies. Each defeated ally has a 40% chance to get revived with 23% HP, and all allies have a 6% chance to drop any received damage to 1 for 3 turns, which is very annoying on defense. So she's a great hero. If you forget about her and you eliminate all of the opponents and she's left standing, she has a potential to revive everyone. And trust me, I know that has happened to me, and I lost a match because of her. The last bullet point is very annoying when you use your special skill. And mind you, this says all receive damage. That's from tiles and from special skill. So it's kind of upsetting if you were to use your special skill on this hero or any of the opponents and they only receive 1 damage. It's kind of like a slap in the face, which makes her a great hero. Or without further ado, let's level her up. I'm going to look for all of the holies. And I'll just do these because so far I don't have another legendary hero in mind. Actually, no. I think I want to start Sartana's glass costume because I just finished a tune. Okay. At 80%, that might level up her special skill. Let's go. It does. Okay, I'm very excited about this hero. All right, family. Again, I really appreciate you participating in the polls. And I will catch you for Who Should I Choose number 20. Once I'm done with this video, I'm going to post my choices, and you guys choose whichever one you want. It'll be all ice heroes, probably the best of my ice heroes. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace out, and I mean it. Bye.